I've taken the VIKASA 200 hours teacher training course last year, and that's how I knew about Costa's teacher, Andrey Lappa. And that time it was sort of like my first time going through an intensive yoga training course. And I've noticed so much transformation inside of me, my body, physically, energetically, emotionally, spiritually. And I just really want to deepen my understanding of yoga. And so I talked with Costa and decided to sign up for Universal Teacher Training course. And so far I think this, in Japan I've tried like a little bit of Ashtanga, Iyengar, or some other styles, especially Hatha, flow, but having come here, I think Universal Yoga is one of the most comprehensive, scientific, and well-rounded system that has been around during this 21st century. And I think it's really an evolution of yoga, but not really just an evolution. It's at the same time you're going back to the traditional yoga. The main purpose, if you follow the Yoga Sutra of Patanjali, it's actually not to stop the thinking mind, but to not let any thought arise from the very first place. So I think that is the goal of yoga, and Andrey Lappa is really teaching that true essence of yoga. And for the first two parts, it was really challenging physically because we had to do 3 to 4 hours long of asana practices every morning. But it was my first time doing the mandala sequence, and I found it to be really balanced because you rarely go to a yoga class and you get to turn around different directions of the mat, and your body feels so different when you turn in one side and then you feel disbalance, and then you turn the other way around, and then all of a sudden you feel like there's a sense of balance inside of you. And when you go into meditation after that, boom, you just go into that state immediately. It's like after practicing the Hatha yoga, you go into the Raja yoga immediately, and that is like, it's like magic. I mean, I've started meditation since I was young, but it's always through willpower, through sitting there and just focusing on the breath and trying to still the mind. But this is sort of like a more, it's a different way of getting into the same state. But you do it through physical, and you go slowly into the internal layers from physical to energetic. And slowly, because of that sense of balance, it just gets balanced in that point, that one-pointedness in your mind so easily, I think. Yeah, so, but now in part 3, it's completely different from part 1 and part 2. There's less physical challenge. We do Surya Namaskar, visualizations of the chakras. We're doing that together with the mantras. And I really like this practice. Oh yeah, something new I learned here was the mudras practice, that we do asanas with bandhas as mudras. So we had to hold, say, an asana together with our 3 bandhas, and then do the micro orbit or the macro orbit. And that practice really, I could feel the energy inside of me, like boom, it keeps pulsing up and down, and you have to squeeze the bandha so tight that I felt like my bandhas over squeezed over some time. And the internal practice was really something different that I've never really done in my life. Like, you had to visualize all different chakras spinning around in your body. Brought up as a Tibetan Buddhist, I did a lot of visualizations, like praying using the mala beads and doing the visualizations, using our touch, our vision, and our hearing perceptions together, organs of perceptions together. And so I could really relate to Andrey Lappa's teachings, and I find them to be very close to my heart, I would say. Yeah.